good evening. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Times Now and I'm Deepti Sachdeva. We are just outside the Vijay Chowk. Remember, the road from here will lead to the parliament, the same parliament that is looking at elections in 2024. And right before all that, you are seeing hectic political activity, at least vis-a-vis a lot of opposition netas. We are talking of Arvind Kejriwal. Will he get any relief from the court, or Arvind Kejriwal will have to go for an Enforcement Directorate remand? All that is going to be clear in the next few hours. Remember, it's been a long day, a lot of hectic activity. And even as we speak, the arguments still continue right now in the courts. But do remember, as I get in our colleagues who are tracking this story from different angles right now at the Enforcement Directorate office, also at the Rouse Avenue Court, it's important to understand that right now there is a significant twist in the entire case. Why we say this? Because for the very first time, the ED now has named Arvind Kejriwal as the key conspirator here. He's the kingpin, they say, to the entire Liquorgate scam. There is a talk of kickbacks. There is also an alleged conversation of a lot of money that possibly was channeled for the Goa elections through Arvind Kejriwal. Let's quickly, first up, with the latest update, get in our colleague Priyank. We'll also be joined by a panel of guests representing the BJP, the Congress, the Aam Aadmi Party in just a moment. But Priyank, first up, tell me, what is the latest we are hearing? We've heard the entire Enforcement Directorate argument laying the blame clearly at Arvind Kejriwal's door. Abhishek Manu Singhvi says that all this is fine, but right now he said that there was no need to arrest Arvind Kejriwal. Now, where does the entire story today stand? What has the court heard so far?
See, Deepti, the hearing in this case is happening since 3 hours. At 2 p.m., Arvind Kejriwal was produced, and since the time, three counsel from Arvind Kejriwal's side who appeared before the court has argued in length, and the ASG is now giving rebuttal of the kind of submission which was made by the counsels of Arvind Kejriwal. ASG Raju has very clearly said that even if Mr. Arvind Kejriwal would have come to the Enforcement Directorate on his personal capacity, he could have been arrested because he is liable for the crime which has happened. The ASG has also given rebuttal of the defense counsel, which said that the statement of those people who became approver should not be taken on face value, and he was initially trying to discredit those approvers. So the court has also been apprised about the fact from the ASG, SV Raju, that the statement under 164 is admissible, 161 is not admissible. But very interesting thing which has just now come out from the court, where SV Raju is saying that there is concrete evidence that it was a scam and fraud, that the excise policy was changed to fund the Goa election. He has, even if he would have come on his individual capacity, if needed, he would have been arrested, and he is liable for individually for the crime which has happened. So very clear-cut statement coming out from the ASG, who has appeared on the behalf of the Enforcement Directorate, that even if Arvind Kejriwal would have come up on personal capacity, he was very much liable for the crime which he has done.
Okay. Also a good point to get in Bhavtosh also, who will remember also give us the big picture. Bhavtosh, you know, a lot of things that have been said by ED today, if you just look at it, they say confrontation is required. We need to recover the money trail. It's a fit case to grant remand. So they clearly want Arvind Kejriwal because they want to recover the money trail. Then they say in this case, there is a history of huge destruction of electronic evidence, large number of phones destroyed, formatted by the accused, making it very difficult for the investigative agency to investigate. Still, the agency has done a wonderful job, and he continues to say this is not like a figment of imagination. There is concrete evidence that this was a scam and fraud, that the excise policy was changed to fund the Goa elections. So, Bhavtosh, in your reading, your assessment, the kind of arguments we've heard so far, is there any bit of relief actually coming in for Arvind Kejriwal, or you believe this is only getting murkier for him?
Well, it is a very tough days ahead for Arvind Kejriwal, and more importantly for the party, because it appears that Enforcement Directorate could be implicating the party itself, because one of the points that was made by Mr. SV Raju, the Additional Solicitor General, was that they are looking at the possibility of a political party, an entity, as a beneficial owner or a company. Now, this has never happened in past, that a political party would be made as a beneficial company under the Money Laundering Act and then treating the office bearer as a company's executives or as a company's officials. Now, if that happens, if that actually happens, then it would be probably the first time that the accused in the case would be the office bearers of a political party. One has to wait and see what happens in that front. But
exactly.
What Mr. Raju has further said is that they will not decide the necessity of the arrest. That they here stands for the Enforcement Directorate, and it's for the investigating officer to see how the investigation is conducted. He said the final call for the arrest of any individual is decided by the investigating officer, and he is not bound by anyone else. Now, to which the Aam Aadmi Party and the council have always said that the arrest in this case is dictated by the political master, that in this case is BJP.
So I think that these are strong charges being made by all sides. The defense also putting out their strong side vociferously again and again, trying to indicate, Bhavtosh and Priyank, that this is a case where Arvind Kejriwal is being falsely targeted. But interestingly, remember Arvind Kejriwal's style, Arvind Kejriwal being Arvind Kejriwal right now, though he's looked very muted today, his body language rather looking very, very submissive. During one of the trips to the washrooms that Arvind Kejriwal was headed towards, he's also managed to speak to the media. Listen in very carefully to the only remark that has come in from the Delhi Chief Minister today.
अरविंद सर, कुछ कहना है, कुछ संदेश सर?
मेरा जीवन देश के लिए समर्पित है और चाहे अंदर हो या बाहर देश के लिए काम करना है।
अरविंद सर, कुछ कहना है, कुछ संदेश सर?
मेरा जीवन देश के लिए समर्पित है और चाहे अंदर हो या बाहर देश के लिए काम करना है।
Okay, Arvind Kejriwal saying कि मेरा तो पूरा जीवन ही देश के लिए समर्पित है. That is typical Arvind Kejriwal style, but very silent on all the charges. The very fact that he has been called the mastermind of the entire scam. Let me get in this opportunity to also welcome Shikha Rai, spokesperson of the BJP with us. Huda Zariwala is a political analyst. She leans towards the Aam Aadmi Party. And yes, our team of reporters, remember, will continue to be there live with us. We'll also in fact get images coming in from the court. As soon as the hearing is over, we'll have an update also on that. But before I get in, Shikha, Huda, I mean, when you have the agency saying that Arvind Kejriwal here is the kingpin of the entire scam, should you be really worried? What happens to the Aam Aadmi Party from here on?
Well, honestly, at this point, we have seen what a crazy witch hunt this has been, and a clear case of political vendetta, by the BJP for the Aam Aadmi Party. So the Aam Aadmi Party has obviously a clear reason to worry as of now, because our chief minister is, being questioned for something that he is absolutely, not responsible for. But then again, Aam Aadmi Party has full faith in.
So Huda, you don't trust any kind of evidence that the ED is talking about? They say that there is a money trail. They are saying this money actually has been used as a quid pro quo. It's gone for Goa elections. Are you saying all this is lie?
Why haven't we seen the money trail so far? I mean, if there was in fact a money trail by now, don't you think something, at least an amount, a small amount, even 1
They are saying you've used that money in the Goa elections.
And these are mere allegations. These are mere accusations at this point. If there was a money trail, where is the trail that is still yet to be established? I mean, at this point, it's mere, he said, she said, mere accusations. Nothing has been proven so far. With all these political leaders, these tall-standing leaders of Aam Aadmi Party behind bars, we haven't seen a shred of evidence that has been established in the court of law. Nothing is yet proven. This is clear case of political vendetta now, just before the elections.
Obviously, nothing has been proven. These are allegations, Huda, but very, very serious. I want to get Shikha to respond to what you're saying, but also use this opportunity to give our viewers another update. Now, the ASG has also said that we've arrested the Chief Minister disaster because of both individual and vicarious liability. So he's clearing the air of why this arrest was important. And then he also does go on to say that all the points that have been made by the defense in the court were actually also made in the High Court. They were rejected there. So he's trying to buttress the claim that clearly there is a scam. It needs investigation. But Shikha, tell me something. You know, there has to be something wrong when you have leaders from across opposition, whether it's a Mamata Banerjee, whether it's a Sitaram Yechuri, Sharad Pawar, everyone, Uddhav Thackeray, everyone today saying, even, you know, enemies like the Congress and the AAP are working together. They are laying the blame on you. They are saying people will respond. The people of Delhi are really upset with the arrest of Arvind Kejriwal, Shikha.
One thing I would like to answer is I heard Suda saying that it's a witch hunt. Do we expect from an ordinary person, if ED finds a case against him, can he avoid the summons for 8 to 9 times? Can there be a repeated request before the court to avoid those summons? Let me just complete. It wasn't so. If Mr. Kejriwal thinks that he is clean and clear on every aspect, why didn't he join investigation earlier? Why the court had to order? And further, yesterday, when court was forced to see prima facie evidence and it was placed before the court, and after court, in court hearing, saw those documents and then rejected the anticipatory and interim bail, don't we think that there is prima facie enough evidence and case against Mr. Kejriwal that he has been arrested by ED? So what is the big fuss about it? In any case, if somebody has committed a crime on those grounds
I'll tell you what, Shikha, you can ask those questions. All these questions are valid. But I also want to ask you one thing. Why have you given Arvind Kejriwal such a long rope? Why did you take so long to arrest him, and that too so close to the Lok Sabha elections? The first summon go out in October. He skipped the first summon, second summon. You could have arrested him. But why did you wait till the MCC sets in to actually make the arrest?
First of all, it's not me, it's not my party BJP, it is the investigating agency. So this question has gone to, should be asked for ED as to why didn't they arrest. They may be collecting more evidence, they may be giving time, yes. And time and again he was avoiding those. So that's the procedure. The procedure was being followed. Law has to take its own course. So if it is not that some leverage was given, I think the law was being followed. If that would not have been followed, if he would have been arrested earlier, our party workers would have said why he was not given time, why he was not, so this is all the legal procedures that were taken care of.
So when the Election Commission reveals the top 10 of the 487 donors to the ruling Bharatiya Janata Party of 2,119 crores, which is like 35% of the party's electoral bond kitty of the 6,060 crore in cash, why is the ED not questioning the BJP? Why are these electoral bonds not being questioned? Why are people...
Shikha and Huda, the point is that there are charges, there are counter charges. But clearly both the parties, the BJP, the AAP, are playing politics. I mean, this is no longer a legal battle. Let's be very honest about it. It has turned hugely political, more so because the elections are just round the corner. Let me also get in Ajay Verma before we head into our first break. He represents the Congress on the show. Ajay ji, okay, my team tells me the order has been reserved. The order has been reserved. We do not know what happens to Arvind Kejriwal, but for the moment this means that submissions by both sides are now over. You've heard both the sides putting out their arguments. The ASG also speaking that Arvind Kejriwal is not just the conspirator here. They say that he's the mastermind behind the entire scam. Then you've also seen the prosecution also trying to say that Arvind Kejriwal here is being targeted. The order for the moment has been reserved. Submissions made by both sides. We'll try and see if we can go back to either Bhavtosh or Priyank. But I'll take this opportunity to quickly get in a word from Ajay ji also. Ajay ji, people have been saying that at one point यही कांग्रेस थी जो आम आदमी पार्टी को गिल्टी बताती थी लेकर स्कैम में. आज क्योंकि आप भी अपने सर्वाइवल के लिए लड़ रहे हैं, आम आदमी पार्टी भी लड़ रही है, तो दो भ्रष्ट पार्टीज एक साथ आ गई हैं. अजय जी,
नहीं, ये बात तो लागू होती है भाजपा के ऊपर कि देश भर के सारे भ्रष्टाचारी जब उसमें आ जाते हैं, चाहे वो शुभेंदु अधिकारी हो, आसाम के मुख्यमंत्री हो, तो वो सारे लोग अजीत पवार हो, ये सारे भ्रष्टाचारी जो है वो धुल के वॉशिंग मशीन में भाजपा की में साफ हो जाते हैं और दूसरों पर वो आरोप लगाते हैं. आरोप नहीं लगाइए. देखिए, आपके जितने लोग
नहीं
हैं,
अजय जी देखिए, भाजपा वाली जो आपकी स्टोरी है वो सही है, लेकिन देखिए सुने, आप जो आरोप लगाते हैं वो बात ठीक है, मैं आपसे कुछ और पूछ रही हूँ। मैं आपसे ये कह रही हूँ कि यही तो कांग्रेस पार्टी थी ना, चाहे सुप्रिया श्रीनेत हो, अजय माकन हो, अलका लांबा हो, आप लोगों ने अरविंद केजरीवाल के ऊपर कितने आरोप लगाए। आपने खुद कहा था कि इस पूरे मामले में इनके खिलाफ एक्शन होना चाहिए, तो आज आप इस बात से पीछे कैसे हट सकते हैं? ये स्कैम है या नहीं?
देखिए पॉलिटिक्स वार और लब में कोई चीज स्थायी परमानेंट जो है, पॉलिटिक्स में कोई स्थायी शत्रु नहीं रहते, स्थायी मित्र नहीं रहते। आज भर भर के राजभर आपको कोस रहे थे बीजेपी को, तो इनके वो प्रिय हो गए, उन्होंने एमपी भी दे दिया। नहीं, अभी पीछे जो है आपने बिहार में देखा किस तरह से नीतीश कुमार इनके लिए क्या नहीं कह रहे थे, लेकिन अब उनके चरण चुंबक करने पहुंच गए ये लोग। तो मैं ये बताना चाहता हूँ कि आज वक्त की मांग ये है कि देश में जो हिटलर शाही चल रही है, जो तानाशाही चल रही है, जो लोकतंत्र की हत्या हो रही है, जो लोकतंत्र का हनन हो रहा है, उस सबके लिए सारे सेनानी एक साथ हिंदुस्तान के रक्षक मिलकर इन देश के
लोकतंत्र की हत्या हो रही है, लेकिन जब कोर्ट में ये मामले जाते हैं कांग्रेस को भी कोई रिलीफ नहीं मिलता। अजय जी मुझे थोड़ा समय दीजिएगा सर। इस समय आई एम टोल्ड our colleague Bhavtosh is back with us. Remember, Arvind Kejriwal hearing has concluded. The court has decided to reserve the order. Bhavtosh, what are we hearing? Is Arvind Kejriwal still inside the court?
Well, the Enforcement Directorate has asked for 10 days custody, and this has been in fact opposed by the Defence Counsel. The lead team was led by Abhishek Manu Singhvi, and Vishal Chaudhary was the second lead Defence Counsel. And they had basically said that the arrest actually is illegal, whereas ASG Raju had said that they have a very strong case. They have recorded the statement of several individuals, and in the last week itself they had recorded a statement of one of the Aam Aadmi Party candidates, who in fact said that he was paid in a cash, which was the part of the proceeds of crime from the alleged kickbacks. And this clearly establishes the fact that there is a money trail from the alleged excise scam, that establishes that there was some kind of quid pro quo that happened as far as the now scrapped excise policy is concerned. Now, the Arvind Kejriwal and Aam Aadmi Party has said that this has been done primarily at the behest of Centre and BJP, whereas ASG Raju had said that this case has been going on for past 19 months, and they had now finally gathered enough evidence to arrest Arvind Kejriwal, both as Chief Minister as well as the national convener of Aam Aadmi Party.
Okay. Bhavtosh, we also have a reaction that has just come in from the ASG in the entire case. Let's quickly listen into what he said.
Made allegations which are borne out from the record.
Okay. So you've called him the kingpin of the entire scam. Does ED have the evidence to back that up?
Whatever evidence is there, we're given to the court.
Thank you so much, sir. So do you, after this remand ends, do you think you're going to be asking for an extension as well?
Depends on what happens during the remand, if at all remand is granted.
Large amount of money using in Goa elections, as you said.
So, Mr. Singhvi...
Don't ask me questions, I'm
okay, sir.
arguing matter.
So, Mr. Singhvi, during the arguments, had also claimed that the arrest was illegal and unlawful and should not have been done. Anything regarding that?
That is his perception.
Thank you, sir.
All right, so the ASG, they're saying the order will, let's wait for the order. The judge has also said the order could be pronounced shortly. So we are standing by to hear what happens. Remember, we've seen some hours of that entire argument that's happened from both sides. I'm requesting all our guests and our team of reporters to stay with us. On the other side, we are back with more details on the day's top focus, biggest story.